Imagine being accused of a crime you didn't commit. Now, imagine being sentenced to death because of the color of your skin. This bone-chilling scenario was the grim reality for 9 young African-American men in the 1930s, known as the Scottsboro Boys. Their story is a glaring example of racial injustice in the American South, a narrative that not only evokes outrage, but also a deep sense of empathy for those who endured unimaginable prejudice. The saga began on a train traveling through Alabama in 1931, when the Scottsboro Boys, ranging in age from just 13 to 20, were falsely accused of raping 2 white women. Despite a glaring lack of evidence, an all-white jury quickly condemned them to death. The nation was divided, and the case shed a harsh light on the systemic racism deeply ingrained in the American legal system. What followed was an outpouring of support and outrage from around the globe. The case went through numerous trials and appeals, with many of the boys facing repeated convictions, despite contradictory testimonies and the eventual recantation of one of their accusers. It was a legal roller coaster that lasted over a decade, highlighting the extreme prejudices that existed within the judicial process, driven by the color of one's skin. The emotional toll on the Scottsboro Boys and their families was immeasurable. They were robbed of their youth, thrown into a legal and media frenzy that labeled them as monsters, all while knowing in their hearts they had done no wrong. To be accused, convicted, and sentenced to death on baseless grounds is a reality that many in the African American community still fear today, a haunting echo of the past that continues to resonate. Their story, however, was not in vain. The trials of the Scottsboro Boys had a profound impact on America, igniting a fire under the civil rights movement and leading to 2 landmark Supreme Court rulings that changed the face of U.S. law: Powell v. Alabama and Norris v. Alabama. These decisions mandated that defendants are entitled to effective counsel and that African Americans cannot be excluded from juries, respectively. But the question lingers: how much progress have we truly made since then? Racial injustice did not conclude with the Scottsboro Boys. It persists in various guises to this very day. Their story compels us to reflect on the deep-seated biases that permeate our society and judicial system. It's a stark reminder of the consequences of prejudice and the ongoing struggle for equality and justice for all, regardless of race. As we delve deeper into the narrative of the Scottsboro Boys, let their tale be a lesson in empathy, awareness, and the power of courage in the face of adversity. Their fight was not just for their own innocence, but served as a catalyst for change in the fight against racial injustice. In remembering their story, we honor their legacy and remind ourselves of the continuing battle for justice and equity in our world today.